disintegration series. So we know that during the phenomenon of natural radioactivity, the phenomenon of natural radioactivity continues until a stable nuclei is formed. The phenomenon of natural radioactivity continues until a stable nuclide is formed. For example, when we start with element 1, and that is converted into an unstable nucleate element 2, and that will later on convert into another unstable element 3, and the process is continued until we get a stable element. Let me write it as Ex. And this entire series of elements which are formed during the disintegration of this particular element E1, that is called as disintegration series. I repeat, the phenomenon of natural radioactivity continues till a stable nuclei is formed, and all the nuclei from the initial element to the final stable element constitute a series, and that series is known as the disintegration series. And as we know that the mass number of a radioactive element changes only when alpha particles are emitted, isn't it? And not by beta particles or gamma particle emission. And that will change in such a way that the mass number at each point changes by 4 units. And that is the reason why, hence, the mass numbers of all the elements in a series will fit into one of the following formulae, either 4n, 4n plus 1, 4n plus 2, or 4n plus 3. Here, the number indicates that in a particular series, the mass numbers of all the members, they are divisible by 4, or divisible by 4 with remainder 1, 2, or 3. For example, any element which belong to the series 4n, those elements which belong to 4n series, the mass number of all those elements in that particular series, they are divisible by 4, leaving 0 as a remainder. And those elements which belong to 4n plus 1 series, the mass numbers of all those elements, they are divisible by 4, leaving 1 as remainder. Then if there is a case of 4n plus 2 series, the remainder is 2. For the case of 4n plus 3 series, the remainder value is equal to 3. In this particular way, we are dividing all the elements into 4 different series. Let's see what are those 4 and the individual examples. The first one, that is the 4n series. The 4n series, we call it as a thorium series because that series starts with thorium, 90 thorium 232, and the ending nuclide, because of the various transition, we get so many individual or intermediate elements, and finally they convert into lead. And during this particular transition, the number of alpha particles emitted are 6 and the number of beta particles emitted are 4. Now first let us calculate how we are getting 6 alpha particles and 4 beta particles during this transition, because these will be given again for the objective pattern examinations. Now let's take the case of 90 thorium 232, whenever that is changing into 82 Pb208. Now we know that the change in mass number is only because of the release of alpha particles, isn't it? And what is the change in mass number? 232 minus 208, isn't it? This is the initial one, this is product. And what is the difference in the mass number of those initial and the product? And that value 232 minus 208, that is equal to 24. And we know that for every alpha particle the mass number decreases by 4 units. So divide that difference by 4, we will be getting the number of alpha particles, isn't it? So in this process the number of alpha particles are 6. Then how we will get the beta number? Now whenever 6 alpha particles are released, there will be a total decrease in mass number by 24, already we had calculated, and there will be a decrease in the atomic number by 12 units. Why the atomic number decreased by 12 units? For every alpha particle emission, the atomic number decreased by 2. So if it is starting with 90 minus 12, what should be the value? That is nothing but equal to 78. So now we are getting an intermediate element where the atomic number is 78. But what is the final element? final element is lead with atomic number 82. So for every beta particle emitted, there will be an increase in atomic number by 1 unit. So what's the difference between 82 and 78? It is 4. So that is the reason why in this process the total number of particles emitted are 6 alpha particles and 4 beta particles. Take other example here. Neptunium. So in the case of Neptunium, the Neptunium series, we call it as a 4n plus 1 series. Actually, Neptunium series starts with plutonium. Neptunium series starts with plutonium, but Neptunium being the most stable nuclide in that entire series, it is named after Neptunium. So take this plutonium or take Neptunium, you divide with 4. Whenever we divide with 4, we get the remainder as equal to 1. That is the reason why we are placing them in 4n plus 1 series. And the end product in this process is 83 bismuth 209. And in this process, 8 alpha and 5 beta particles are ejected. You can calculate in the same pattern. Then next one, uranium series, that is called as the 4n plus 2 series. It starts with 92 uranium 238 and ends with 82 Pb 206. And in this process, 8 alpha particles and 6 beta particles are lost. And the last one is the actinium series, which is called as the 4n plus 3 series. Means all the members of this series, when we take the mass numbers and divide by 4, we get the remainder value as equal to 3. So actually this series starts with uranium. This series actually starts with uranium, but actinium being the most stable one, this is named after actinium. So it is called as actinium series. And the end product here is 82 Pb 207. And the number of alpha particles ejected are 7 and the beta particles are 4. And see an interesting thing here. This one and this one. In all these three cases, the final product formed is lead. Isn't it? In 4n, 4n plus 2 and 4n plus 3 series. In all the 3 series, the final product formed is lead. But in the case of the 4n plus 1 series, the end product is bismuth. It is not lead. So that is about the disintegration series. Let's make some conclusions based on this one. Some additional points which we need to remember. 4n1 series is the artificial series, while all the other are natural radioactive disintegration series. So out of the 4 series, the only artificial series is 4n plus 1 and remaining are natural. Then the end product, as just mentioned, in 4n plus 1 series is bismuth, while in the case of all the other series, it is lead. Then the 4n plus 1 series starts from plutonium 94, plutonium 241, but commonly known as Neptunium series because Neptunium is the longest lived member of that particular series. Then the 4n plus 3 series actually starts from 92 uranium 235, but we call it as actinium series because that is the most longest lived member of the series. And another point, among the series, the least branching is present in thorium series. This is only for information, and that is about the radioactive disintegration series.